The accounting life is extremely exciting.
Yeah?
I would suggest it to everyone who wants to hate themselves at the end of the day.
GoPro, start recording.
Whoa!
So, Jake Dirksen here. I'm with my friend Alyssa Nogales.
Hey.
You have been modeling for how long now?
Well, that is a very interesting question. So, technically the first legitimate shoot I did was back in 2017, but I grew up with a photographer for a sister, so I've been subjected to being in front of a camera since, like, I was 4, basically.
Cool. And what, besides your sister, made you want to get into modeling?
So, my first legitimate shoot was just kind of a spur of the moment. I had a friend, Mary Taylor, who does Mary Taylor Living Magazine. She started up, and I knew her when she was selling Roden and Fields, and so she was just kind of like, hey, would you like to be part of this photo shoot? And I was like, well, that could be fun. And then I just kind of fell in love with it. It was really empowering, and it was nice to meet all the people in the area, and I met really great photographers like Johnny Mango Photography, and then Rachel McCall, which you know her. They've done a lot of my pictures, and they just kind of make you feel really comfortable. I don't know, it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah. Now, a little backstory. We've known each other since I was at least 9 or 10.
Yeah, I think we're a little vague on the when we actually met, but I'm pretty sure like I was 10 when we met. I feel like you were more like
2 or 3 years older than I.
Yeah.
So
I want to say you were more like 7 at the time.
Most likely. We probably met through the Breslaws.
Yeah. I know, because you guys went to Czech.
Yes.
And I went to Czech.
I vaguely remember Czech.
Yeah.
Wasn't that at Bethel?
Mm-hmm. As I say, I only went to Czech like 2 years, and I only did like 1 class each time, but my cousins went there, and so I went to a lot of the functions over the years. So I don't know. That's a whole memory mess.
The best memory I have of you, which we both agree we're both fond of, is you running over me playing soccer.
Pretty sure that never happened. You have no scars to prove it.
Oh, the mental scars are there though. But what advice do you have to any people who want to go into the field of modeling?
Well, I would say just like practice is a big thing. Confidence is huge too, and I would say I mean, I've never been the most confident person in the world. I've suffered with insecurities my whole life, but I think just forcing yourself to do something that makes you face all of them has been like a really big growing experience for me. So I'd say just have fun with it though. Like, that translates well in front of a camera. Like, I had no idea what I was doing when I first started doing shoots, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you get, and the photographers around here are awesome to like really teach you how to do it. They're like, oh no, move that there, no, that looks terrible, sweetie, move your face.
Yeah.
But, so I'd say, yeah, just go for it. There's not really, like, I'm not signed with an agency or anything, mostly because I'm too short to be an actual model, but there's a lot of opportunities just here locally to shoot with people.
What is the most challenging part in your experience?
When they, vanity-wise, when they don't have a hair and makeup artist and you have to do your own hair and makeup, because look, I'm just not good at that. That's like a really stupid struggle. Sometimes it can be like it can be exhausting depending on what kind of a shoot you're doing. There have been shoots that I've put about 10 hours of a 10-hour day into it, because we'll do elaborate things that require 4 to 5 hours of hair and makeup beforehand, and you're shooting, and then you're tearing down, and you're hanging out. So I mean, that's definitely can wear a person out.
So for this year, what has been your favorite shoot?
Well, so I had taken a small hiatus from modeling because I've been in a play, but I actually just did a project this last weekend that I'm super excited about. Probably favorite shoot ever. So it was we were campaigning as a project to highlight sexual assault and mental health awareness for this month is Mental Health Awareness Month, and so we were just kind of portraying just kind of the mental trauma that goes into that and whatnot. So I think that was really strong and powerful, and we've had so many people messaging us through the posts just telling us about how much that really helped them, and like just being able to hear their stories being shared has been really encouraging. So I would say like being able to be a part of modeling is really fun. Being able to do something that actually makes a difference is like, that's what's really cool.
Yeah, I mean that's what YouTube is for me.
Yeah.
So your very first shoot, how nervous were you?
Super nervous. Not necessarily like to be in front of the camera, but I was wearing shoes. They're about 3 sizes too big, and they were heels, and we were on like gravel. And so like I was, my ankles were doing this the entire time. I was like, I couldn't hold a pose. She kept being like, okay, can you stretch out a little further? And I was like, no, I will fall. So that was definitely exciting.
Yeah.
To say the least.
And as you progressed, it became more and more second nature, would you say? Or?
Yeah, you just have to, you just kind of roll with, every photographer has a different style and a different vision, and you just kind of, they'll tell you what you're going to do, and you'll just be like, okay, let's try and make that work.
Yeah. So, out of all the shoots you've done, not including last year and this year, what has been your favorite? Out of memory.
There have been a handful of them that have
Let's
been
just
awesome.
say your top 3.
So I did one back in January. That was probably the most out there, kind of like edgy shoot that I've done. I did it with Johnny Mango, and we partnered with Mel Sprinkle. She is a tattoo and piercer, and so she has these piercing feathers that she does back art with.
Oh, cool.
And so she gave me peacock feathers with piercings, and so it took about an hour and a half to get all of the needles stuck and arranged in my back perfectly. And when I was first asked, I am horribly afraid of needles. Like, I'm the person who's like crying when I'm getting my blood drawn, and so I don't know why I said yes to this, but it actually was okay. And that was, it was more like, modeling's been kind of a, you know, I'm already putting myself out there, might as well just go for all the extremes. We did a really cool one, I think it was this year in like February, with smoke bombs up in Lula Gap. That one was a lot of fun. And we did, so there's this thing called Creatives Media Night.
Yes.
And back in last October, we did a Halloween edition where we had a costume contest. So my group of gals put together a really cool skeleton makeup look for me, and I had a really cool like Victorian Gothic outfit, and that was so much fun. And we actually came in second place, which was
cool. Good for you.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. I like the more theatrical side of modeling versus like for just like clothing stores. Though I have modeled a handful of times for Free Culture because he's wonderful. Yeah. So
now, as we were saying before, we've known each other for a while, and growing up, being homeschooled myself, did you see yourself as a kid being homeschooled, being in this situation of being a model?
No, not so much. You know, I loved drama growing up, was always into theater, but it wasn't, I mean, this is definitely not a career, but it's definitely much more prevalent in my life than I would have assumed, because you're just kind of pushed more towards, let's choose practical life goals. But I think in a world where I'm an accountant, I need to have something where I can do something creative.
Yes.
It's helping keep me sane.
Now, in Echo, if I haven't mentioned this before, Echo was a homeschooling, I don't know how to really explain it.
It's a homeschool co-op. So like we would meet on Fridays and do extracurricular classes like PE and drama and music and arts and crafts and things.
Yeah.
It's good times.
Yeah. But did you see yourself in this position during that age?
No, I mean, if I had seen myself doing anything, I would have definitely been like, I'm gonna be on Broadway doing like theater, because I had never really thought about modeling. Back at that point of time, I was like, I'm an awkward teenage homeschooler, I'm not gonna be in front of a camera. And now here I am, an awkward ex-homeschooler in front of a camera, living the dream.
We both are. So what was I mean, not trying to get personal, but what was growing up like for you as just a homeschooler?
Just a whole. Whew.
Because I know how it was for me.
It's a spicy question. I mean, I personally really liked it. I know that it's really different for everyone and just their personality types. Like my younger brother and sister did not love it half as much as I did. But I think just the fact that I had such a tight-knit group of friends really helped. If I hadn't had that, it definitely would have been a lot more lonely. So I didn't feel deprived, I guess, because between church and homeschooling. But I definitely the more that I'm introduced to the world's culture, I'm like, oh, like I don't know anything about pop culture, because we didn't watch TV. There were certain movies and books and stuff I wasn't allowed to read, so like I'm so far behind. My boyfriend will make comments and mention stuff about TV shows, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
being a Christian homeschooler, not saying we're deprived, we're saying that we've had a different bringing up.
Yeah, and it wasn't bad. Like I have absolutely zero regrets on that. I mean, now I've read the books if I've wanted to, and I'm like, I don't mind that. I don't feel like I would have had a better experience having watched SpongeBob growing up versus now. I'm like, I don't know. I read a lot of books and we did stuff outside. Yeah. And so, which is fine by me.
In my opinion, we probably had the best childhood.
Yeah.
Because of that.
I agree. We played outside a lot. I read 5 million books, and I piss people off because I use very pretentious words because I like using crazy vocabulary. That's my annoying nerd trait.
My brother is very much like that.
Yeah, Tristan and I we've talked many times. I think we're pretty much, he's the male version of me.
Except taller.
Yeah. He didn't have his growth stunted.
No, I did.
Yeah. I pretend that I did. This is just where my body wanted to be.
Yeah. So, how many siblings do you have?
Well, I have 3 biological brothers and sisters, and then 3 step-siblings.
Oh, cool.
Yay, blended.
Yeah, I know how that is.
Second oldest out of all of them, so...
Well, that's not too bad. You're somewhat an alpha.
Exactly. So it was cool, because I went from the middle child to, it was the top of the pack, which is great. Yeah. So, no problem with that power surge.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't let it go to my head whatsoever.
My brother did. You know Tristan very well.
He was already the oldest.
Still.
Fair enough.
At least I'm still second. So there's that.
Once a middle child, always a middle child, though.
Yeah. But the one thing my brother, and my sister can't use, the one joke, is you're adopted. Because us 3 are adopted.
Yeah, you're adopted. Well, so are you!
Exactly. At least I wasn't adopted last.
They really wanted me, okay?
Yeah. So... Any final thoughts? Anything you would like to say?
I would like to take this time to thank the Academy for the Oscar that this video is going to get us both.
Yes.
I don't think an Oscar is what you get for a YouTube video, but I'm just going to say that it is. But, I'm very thrilled to be here and talk about modeling and theatrics and whatnot.
Yes.
But let me ask you then, because, I don't know anything, what got you into making videos?
For as long as I can remember, I've enjoyed making video or watching videos. And there was one YouTuber I watched, can't currently remember his name, who really made me cross that bridge of wanting to make videos. Mm-hmm. And being an awkward ex-homeschooler, I very underconfident. Mm-hmm. So I've said this in other videos. You don't need much to make a video on YouTube. You just need your phone, and that's the best way to start, in my opinion. But actually, it was a guy named Bart Baker. He makes parodies, mm-hmm. and he's the one who really got me into the YouTube scene.
Okay. Very nice. Do you see yourself, do you like the YouTube, or you want to like move up to like making like small movies or whatnot?
I want to have
this?
both of my hands in both.
Okay.
I honestly couldn't imagine my life without YouTube as of now. But if I do get the option to move up in life in videography, I'd love to take that chance.
Sweet. Yeah, no, I got my first taste in film this year. I've been in 4 film projects
Oh, cool. Good for you.
now. Just been a lot of fun, like just little random things. Most recently, I did a music video with Travis Thompson,
Oh, cool.
and there's this guy, a videographer. His name's Justin Frick. He does his production company is like a Frick Take, and he, just watching him and the work that goes into it, like being a videographer is crazy. Just the amount of different angles and shots and the editing, and so I have a lot of props for that. It's a lot more technical than I kind of prefer just doing the work in front of the camera, and then that's all I gotta do.
Videography, the videoing part is very fun. It's the editing that takes a very long time, from personal experience.
Can imagine. And I'm not a technologically advanced person, so that is above my pay grade.
But I mean, again, I suggest people doing at least 1 or 2 videos, because just